This is one of those deals that I made that I would probably advise everybody on this channel not to make. But you know what I am already. I'm a speculator, a spec collector. All right. I'm a sucker for this book, Blue Marvel #1. Everybody that's a fan of this channel knows that. Also a fan of this book, Secret Wars #8, as is almost every comic book collector. Okay, this is direct. Ended up paying $275 for these. Actually, it's 3 books. This one was like a throw-in. But believe it or not, this one's actually, I'm not going to say it's highly sought after, but it goes for some, at a 9.8. At a 9.8, this actually goes for pretty decent price. I mean, at least it'll help with the overall price if I can get a 9.8. That's a big if, okay? But $275 for these 2. Got it off of the Sandman. Let's take a look at this one first, right? Sandsman said this is pretty clean. It is pretty clean, but it does need work. It has some staining in the back that I'll show you in a second, but see that can come out with a press. The front looks pretty amazing. I mean, it's got your regular wear. I mean, you got to remember this is a book from the 80s. But very little wear, at least in the front. At least in the front. The issues this book has is in the back, and this is what I don't know. Structurally, the book doesn't look bad outside of the staining, right? See, stuff like this can come out. I don't know if you could see that, but it's got like a little crease, I guess. But that can come out. But the staining, it's kind of hard to get that crud out. If you open the back, you're gonna see it a little bit more in that white cover. Just a little bit of. See that? It's not water damage. It's just like staining. It was probably left out without a bag. But pages don't look bad, actually. Pages look pretty good. And you see a little bit more staining in the front. Because of all the colors on the cover, you don't see any staining on the cover itself. So how much are they going to deduct from it? In current condition, I mean, could this be a 9.0 even with the staining? I don't think so. I think the staining is going to take me down to, man, it's got to take me down to an 8.0, I would think, with the staining. Can I get to a 9.0 after a press and maybe a clean if Kendra is able to get some of that, or if he's able to get some of that stuff out? Yeah, this will easily be in the 9s, but I'm not sure about it. Even at an 8.0, though, this can still go for, I don't know, 150, 170 bucks. The 9.8s have dropped on the directs. You know, you can get a 9.8 for 500, but the thing with this book is that it's highly coveted. Almost everybody wants it, and they really don't care in what condition it's in. So many of them, though, but this will definitely be sold, and it'll go towards that final price of $275 plus the grading. That this is one of the books. Look, man, like I said, I'm a sucker for this book. First of all, there's not too many of these made. I believe in this character whole. I mean, it's, to me, one of the great characters in Marvel, the new characters in Marvel Comics. But he just hasn't been used in the MCU, and I don't know that he will be used under Kevin Feige's regime. He will be used eventually under somebody else's regime, for sure. I don't know about Feige, but he will be used. This book right now is not going to be a 9.8. You see that right there? But it'll certainly be in the 9s. Got a little bit of discolorment in the back, but that's really the only thing that this book has. I could see this book coming back, hopefully as a 9.0, maybe a 9.2, maybe a 9.2. But again, when this character shows up, and then hopefully I'm still alive when that happens, this book will go through the roof once again. Especially if it's a good project, all right? And in this age where they're like forcing different characters, and not just black characters, but just minority characters into existing character roles that they shouldn't be in, right? I don't know why they do that when they have original minority characters that are freaking superb, and they just decide not to use them. Why? I just don't freaking get it. You know, you got a Silver Surfer that is in thousands of books, thousands. But no, they're going to choose the one book where the Silver Surfer was not Nora Rad, was a woman, so that they can have a woman, an MCU Silver Surfer. Okay, this is why the MCU fails. It's because you got people like Kevin Feige at the helm. I don't freaking get it, man. I don't get it. But anyway, at some point, they have to use him. At some point, a 9.8 on this book. Look, I've been buying 9.8s, even though I had 4. Now I have like 6 or 7. I think I have 7 now, because I've been buying them on the way down. I bought this one. I thought was for a really great price, $650 something, but because of shipping and taxes, I ended up paying $756. And I thought that was a great price. Well, it still keeps dropping, man. I've seen 9.8s go for even $500 on collector's auctions. You had one that went for $500. I missed it, freaking missed it. I would have bid on that. But anyway, I believe so much in this book. I'll keep buying them. If it goes down to $300, I'll buy them all. So, but anyway, I believe in that book. Will that book be a $3,000 book again? You hear it here, okay? I think so. I don't want you guys to. I think it will be a $3,000. I think it's going to be more than a $3,000 book one day. But will I be alive when that happens? I don't know. That's the thing I don't know. Do I believe it will be? Yes, I do believe it will be. But the economy right now, man, it's pretty rough. And it's taking a toll on these. So anyway, we're looking hopefully for a 9.2. And then hopefully on that, we're looking for a 9.0. Thinking current condition on this one because of that. You know what? It's probably an 8.5 to a 9.0 already, like that. I don't know that pressing is going to do much for this book, but I'm getting it pressed anyway. This book is probably a book that pressing doesn't really help it because of its existing issues. But we'll see what Kendra can do with that. Every now and then this happens to me. Completely wrong. I don't even know. Man, that damage in the back is way too much for this particular grader, I guess. Look, that spine, at least in the front, is not a 7.0. See that? I can't see 7.0 here. But can you see 7.0 in the back? I mean, we saw that. See, look at that. I think it's just harsh, man. think some of these graders are like, I mean, grading is subjective, but damn, sometimes I think they just drop the ball. Yeah, it's not a 9.8. Okay, it's not a 9.6. I get it. It's not a 9.4, but 7.0, dude. Yeah, I was totally wrong on this. Quite honestly, I don't even think that I am wrong on this. I think this grader is just shit. Man, I don't get it. I don't see a 7.0 on that. This one, on the other hand, though, I could see this 8.5. I even kind of, I was even thinking it was going to be an 8.0. There was a point in that video that I said even an 8.0, because I was thinking 8.0. Look, it's because of that crud. This actually had like a little dent over here, and Kendra did get it out. By the way, Kendra, that damage in the back, he pretty much pressed most of that out. He made that look good, man. That looks pretty good. I still think that should be like a 9.0, maybe an 8.5. But doesn't matter what I think. You could send it back to get regraded, but it's not worth it at the current time. Plus, I'm not selling that right now. I'd be in a world of hurt if I did, and I'm not going to do that. 8.5, it's this crud. See? Can't come out. There's people that use chemicals to get that out, but CGC calls that restoration, and now they have methods that they can pick that up too. The chemical that they use for it. But that staining takes you, I mean, it drops the grade down big time to an 8.5. Still though, still not bad. And then this one, I kind of knew this was going to be a 9.8. I mean, this is a modern book, you know, from 2015, you know. Come and think about it, that's like almost 10 years ago, but still 9.8. Now what I did was, this one was graded by a CGC, and I sent it to press to CCS because it was only $10 pressing, and I just thought it needed a quick press. And then these two went to Kendra. The price. This one has the custom label. It was around $37.60 to get this. These were $36 and around 64 cents each to get pressed, graded by CGC, and the shipping to Kendra. So altogether it comes out, man, like $385, because it's like around $110 to get the 3 pressed, graded, and shipped back to me. So it's like $110 plus this $275 is around $385. Now, will I be able to make my money back? It depends on this and when I sell it. If I were to sell this now, this is definitely a loss without a doubt, because this one can go for $150, $160. I'm gonna say this one can go for about $135 to $150, probably maybe $125 to $150. And this one, I mean, the market is just so bad right now, but this is still a book that's gonna be hard to find eventually. Maybe not so right now because people are selling, but I'm not selling. I haven't sold any of my Blue Marvels in the past 2 years. So, and matter of fact, I'm buying Blue Marvels. So, this is the time to buy. You know, when people zig, you zag. You know, it's what it is, man. But yeah, overall, this was I gotta say, this was a bad deal, right? It was a bad deal, but this is just in hindsight. If this would have been like a 9.0, 9.2, it wouldn't have been a 9.2, but let's say a 9.0, it would have been a better deal. But a 7.0, dude, oh my, it is what it is.